Hello, my tinklings. It has been far too long. The room all behind you has completely changed, and underneath us, we have nice new carpets in here. It's been painted. Of course, you can't see any of that because we've still got our wonderful wood and fabric and everything, just making our nice little cozy corner in here. I haven't actually put up all the stuff and my other lights. That's why it's a little dark behind me, but I have been too long without talking to you all. So I wanted to make a bit of a catch-up video this evening, particularly because I have very exciting news that we've bought a house. So we offered on it at the beginning of May, and then we just closed on it last Thursday. So it's been very quick to turn around, and it's super, super exciting. There are tenants in there currently, so we won't be moving in for 2 or 3 months. So that's why I've been trying to get my studio set back up so that I can hopefully record lots of videos for you all to give us some content into that time when I'm going to be a little AWOL again, when we're really working on getting that house set up. Now, it's quite a small house, so it's just a 1-bedroom, so I won't be able to have my own separate studio in there at the beginning. But I have been working and trying to save some money in order to buy a little, actually like separate transportable office on the back of the property. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm hoping I'll be able to put that in by the end of the year, but we'll have to see. In the meantime, I don't know exactly. We're going to be in close quarters, so recording inside may not work that well. We're going to be close to some nice nature areas. I might take us on some adventures through there. But that's why I really want to get a number of videos done. And then I'm also trying to prepare some content that will be more around the topic of my book. And because we've gone so long without talking to each other, I think you all deserve to find out about that now, don't you? So I am doing a book in the universe of Pride and Prejudice. So we are going to have lots of Regency themed videos coming towards the end of this year and into the beginning of next year. I've got some plans for lots of different things. I don't know exactly. We'll definitely at least one point have a Regency meal. I'll get a table set up and all of that. I have a couple other things. I have this history book. I've been reading lots and lots of Regency history right now. So I have some ideas for basically sharing some of that history in video form. So I've been working on a few scripts for that. That'll be a little bit more, I'd like my Regency stuff, I guess, to be a little bit more scripted with really beautiful visuals as well to go along with it. So we'll plan out all my shots and my words and that sort of thing. And we'll have you get taken on a journey and hopefully you get to learn a lot of things at the same time. So if anybody has seen Gentleman Jack, which is about Anne Lister, I read a biography of her, so she's another a Regency figure that I've been thinking about spending a little bit of time with them. And so, but I really want to get a little, at least, my Edwina Mortensen character. She's Edwardian, so about 100 years later. So I'd like to kind of create another figure about 100 years earlier who can be our daughter of a gentleman who's dressed in the fashion of the time. So I want to work on some costuming for that, and maybe some other little things there, but we'll leave some of that undisclosed at this time. So, what did I want to say? I'm just so excited. I'm really excited. We've had so much housing instability over the time that we've been married. We probably didn't feel that unstable when we first moved into a rental back in 2011. But then as soon as we came back from our first trip to the United States back in 2013, we landed on the tarmac and my love turned on his phone and he had a message from our landlord saying she wanted to sell the house that we were in. And so we knew, okay, we're going to have to move from there. And probably since then, and because of my love's mental health, I think that instability has been magnified and just more difficult to deal with. And so, yeah, it's been a journey. And when we got the news that our offer had been accepted, there's just been a huge mountain of relief for us just to know our housing is sorted and we can stay there as long as we want to. Now we do have dreams of moving to another location in the state. We're moving up a bit north. We'd probably eventually like to be a bit more south, but it's an amazing, it's just great for us, particularly as we were actually literally a couple hours away from offering on a house which is 5 hours away, because the housing market was going, well, and it probably still is going crazy over here. Everything had just gone up so much since we started looking last August. So we were very fortunate to find the house that we did as close as we did in our price range. So super excited. It's a very cute little house. It's pretty new as well, so we don't have like lead paint or asbestos concerns. It's got a gorgeous gum tree in the front. It's beautiful. And I'm in love with the tree. But yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited about getting my little studio set up on the property as well. We've got a decent sized property, so be able to put that on there. So I'm trying to figure out the development and planning and zoning and all that sort of stuff to find out what I would need to do to get approval to buy something like that. I've been working just for a little temp job. We had just had elections here in Australia, well, it'll be 2 weeks ago because I've been working for 2 weeks. So I've been helping scan in ballots in the evening. I do my writing in the morning. And so then I can have like an afternoon evening shift, and that doesn't impact my writing schedule. So that's been, it's well paid, so that's been good. And that will help us get our savings back up after, a huge outlay and just buying a house. And what do I want to say? I don't know. I'm just so excited. So we are really looking forward to that. So we're going to move in the middle of August. Well, that's when it becomes vacant. We'll probably take the last couple weeks in August to paint it, clean up the yard, and that sort of thing before we move in. Kind of depends on what the timeline is for the house that we're living in right now. It's a little up in the air right now. So, yeah. But I have not forgotten about you. I know it's been almost 2 months since my last video. But now that I've got things back in here, I just need to get my little top-down equipment over there by my desk, and then I'm going to do some, I don't know, but we're going to do something over there at the top-down area. But I just literally moved most of this stuff back in here today, and I wanted to see you all so much. So, hello. And I've got a nice fluffy carpet under me, so that's nice. Which will help when this house goes on sale, I guess. So I had previously thought that my book might be done by the end of the year, but I kind of have an idea for a prequel now, too. So I'm thinking that'll probably take me an extra 6 months because I'd like to have basically both books, at least a kind of rough draft written, so I have an idea of what's happening in them so they can kind of meld together and really go together really well. So that's kind of pushed my whole timeline back another 6 months, because I'll need 6 months to actually write the draft of the other book, which I also really need to outline. Anyway, there's a lot to do on that, but that's not really what this video is about. But yes, so I have missed you all very extremely, and I am excited to have my studio back together, so it's easy to just pop in and record here. That's my plan, is more to do some recording in the afternoon and evening after my election job finishes up this week. And yeah, and I also am going to be doing my costuming and that sort of thing, but I would like to get, just a number of things done, I guess, to help with making sure that we're not going to have as huge a gap when I move into the house before I'm able to really set up a studio in there. It still may happen, but I'm going to try and avoid that if we can. So that is what is going on with me.